Excited that you guys are heading down under. How are you feeling about being able to head down to Australia for this tour?
Really excited. I'm so excited to come back because I mean it was a couple of years ago. So no, we're really excited, all of us.
So tell us a little bit about what it's been like for you over the last couple of years. Of course, you were doing some work with Soilwork, and now you're an official member. So how does that feel coming into a band like this that have got such a proud history?
Well, it's fantastic. I mean, I've been a Soilwork fan for years before I came in contact with the band. So I mean, playing with the guys is amazing, and there's a big legacy and a lot of history to keep in mind when you step into a band like that. So I'm trying to honor that as well as trying to help out keeping the band going forward. You know, so it's kind of a balance, but it's fantastic. I'm having the best time of my life.
Being such a fan of the band before you came into the band, did that make it pretty nerve-wracking when you first started playing with them and first started working with them?
Yeah, man, a little bit, of course. I mean, being a fan of the band, you know, you're always a bit suspicious when there's a new guy coming into the band, and all of a sudden you find yourself being that new guy that you used to be suspicious towards. So, so yeah. But I'm doing my best to like the legacy songs, the legacy albums. I'm trying to play them live like they're supposed to be played, and in the end, I've had the honor to be a part of one album and one EP, and put my own little profile on it. And so yeah, it's
Definitely.
all in the good Soilwork spirit, you know.
And the other thing too that's like been the big news for everybody right around the world is that we've got live music again, because of course here in Australia we went almost 2.5 years with no live music. What was that time like for you, not being out on the road, but what's it like now being back on the road as well?
Well, the thing is, when the pandemic hit, I had a maxed out calendar, and overnight it cleared basically. So I had nothing. So for me, it was I had a lot of anxiety for that, and I got a bit depressed when everything got canceled. So I went on and got a job at a grocery store, and that's actually a job that I can still keep between tours because I really like it. But during the pandemic, it actually came a lot of good stuff out of it because for us, we got a little break. We had a little break to think and get some perspective on the music and on the touring. And you know, when you're touring heavily, you're in that bubble, and you never stop and smell the flowers and contemplate over things. But these 2 years were really good because when we came back out on tour, for me, I had a pretty clear goal with what I wanted to do and what Soilwork, what we were going to work towards, what goals we were going to work towards. And I mean, being on stage again with that break behind us and that realization was amazing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're stoked to be back.
What was that first show like when you first went back? Because I know for a lot of people here in Australia, it almost felt surreal. That first time we were back listening to live music. What was that moment like when you first walked back out onto a stage after 2.5 years?
Oh, I remember my first feeling was, am I really supposed to be here? It was like a little bit. I felt like I was a little bit new on the job, but also after a couple of songs, it's like, this is what it's like. This is amazing. I really like this. But it was a bit awkward at first, but we came into it pretty fast.
Awesome. Well, you said that you're excited about heading back to Australia. What was it that you love so much about Australia? Is there something that you look forward to doing every time you come to Australia?
Yes. First and foremost, I look forward to meeting Australians. I mean, you guys are awesome, and you got a beautiful country, and you get some really nice beers down there.
Yep.
Looking forward to drink again. And we'll see. I mean, we have a couple of days off, and so I'm looking forward to maybe doing a little excursion to see something. And last time we got to hug a koala. That was amazing. And, we'll see what happens this time.
Yeah. So we have a bit of a reputation here in Australia for having some of the craziest fans at shows. Did you find that when you were here in Australia that we've got some of the wildest fans?
I would say that the nicest, actually, because I mean everybody's so talkative and nice, and everybody. And it's also that people have a way of knowing stuff about the band that I hardly knew, you know. And so it's always nobody hesitates to come and talk to us, and I really like that. I love talking to people. So,
definitely.
So, yeah.
So one of the questions I want to ask is, you guys have got such an amazing back catalogue of music going right back to my teenage years. How the hell do you pick a set list these days with so many great tracks that you can choose from?
Yeah, that's impossible. I have so many favorite songs that I've suggested, and I mean, it always comes down to like almost votes that maybe what we want to play and what we think people wants to hear, and we always try to put in a little something that hasn't been played for a good while in there as well. But I mean, the set list right now is going to be, of course, more focused on the new album.
Yeah.
But we're going to present some of the old stuff as well. So I guess we're going to try to disappoint as little people as possible.
Definitely. The new album is such a fantastic album as well. What has it been like being out there and playing those tracks live?
Oh, that's fantastic, man. So it's my first contribution to an album, so it's a little bit like that. I mean, in the past, when I play the old stuff, I always have to figure out what somebody else played, and now I have to figure out what I played, and I mean, it's a bit tough that too, but I think the reception has been splendid for the new songs, and people have been very, very supportive and appreciative of that, so it's fantastic.
As a band, do you get nervous when you first start playing new tracks live? Like, is there always that fear that maybe this track won't work live or fans won't get into it, or are you all over that?
No, I think everybody gets nervous about that stuff, and I think also maybe sometimes you think, did we choose the right song to start with? Did we choose the right song from the album to put in the set and all that? So it's always, I mean, you always keep an extra eye on the audience when you play a new song, just to see reactions, and you know. So I guess everybody's sensitive to that.
Definitely. And I guess looking forward to the future, now past the Australian tour, what have you guys got planned for the rest of this year and going into the new year as well? Have you got plans already set in stone?
We have some plans for next year, and that is going to be announced in the next few days, I think.
Okay.
We are going to do a lot of festivals next summer. That's also going to be announced pretty soon. I think the Australian tour is the last thing we do this year. Then we got a little Christmas holiday, and after New Year's, we're back at it 100%.
Awesome. Now I've got a very big question for you before I go. What is your favorite Soilwork track to play? Because we're going to play that track for you on our show right now. So what is your favorite Soilwork track to play?
To play live, I'll have to go with one of the classics that always gives me that really warm, fuzzy feeling inside, and that's the track Nerve from Stabbing the Drama.
Awesome. Well, we are going to get that on the air right now, but to finish up the interview, what would you like to say to all of your Australian fans out there? First of all, to the ones who have already bought tickets and are ready to come along next week, but also to the ones out there who are still thinking about buying tickets, what would you like to say?
I'd like to say to the people that bought tickets already, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and we're looking forward to see you at the show. And to those of you that haven't gotten tickets, do it because we're going to play a lot of the new stuff and some of the old stuff, and it's going to be a wonderful mixture of everything, and we are going to give 110% on stage and deliver a kick-ass show for you.